the National Registry. This time includes pain, sacrifice, work-life balance, and tons of energy drinks. So if you're a kid that grew up nowhere near a medical field, nowhere near a nurse, a fireman, the list goes on. If you grew up like me with grades more towards a 3.0 rather than a 3.5, this is going to be a very rigorous journey for you. But at the same time, this rigorous journey that everybody's scared to do can secure you your dream job, your dream career, and I can confidently say that this job will secure your family and your future. So this job gives you an opportunity to work with the fire department, in the hospital, work events such as concerts, racetracks, movie set paramedic, football games if you like dealing with football, baseball, soccer, so many opportunities to secure you and your future families. So in today's video, I'm going to give you the full experience of how to pass the National Paramedic Registry. So if you guys are new here, my name is Rocky Guerrero. You can see it down in the tag. Subscribe to the channel, but I want to tell you why I'm here. I'm here to help you guys with the National Registry Paramedic exam. I want to help you guys avoid the pain, the embarrassment, the shameness of going through this exam. I've been in your guys' shoes. I've taken it for a total of 7. But for my Paramedic National Registry, I've taken it 4 times. I want to be the first person to show a video of throughout this whole paramedic journey, of being transparent. I want to give you guys the raw truth of how to get through this exam. And I want to help you guys the way I want to help you guys and the way I can. I'm not a teacher. I'm a paramedic student just like you guys, and I can give you what I know. All right, first, I want to tell you guys how I got into paramedic school. It was not easy. It was definitely a rigorous journey, like I mentioned earlier. It basically took me 6 tries in 2 different community colleges. I'm not going to say the name or details of the colleges. However, if you guys do want to talk to me or reach me after the video, I'll drop my email. I'll drop my access code so you guys can have that full access with me, and we can break it down in a personal level, and I'll give you everything you need to know. My first college I applied to and my second college I applied to was a total of 3 times. Yes, 3 times each for a total of 6. My first community college, I took the entrance exam. I felt confident, good, ready to go. Unfortunately, I didn't pass the entrance exam. My second community college, I got a little more study time. It was the first time applying there. Unfortunately, I didn't pass that either. As soon as I didn't pass it, I went to my girlfriend, family, and my mindset was to stay positive. That's just the person that I am. The first thing that I told them was, in 16 weeks, I take it again. Within those times, I can level up other areas in my life. I can study harder. I can gain more experience. So for those of you guys who know, every semester for paramedic students, that's when they open up for paramedic applications. So it's a total of 16 weeks. Second time around, I ended up passing the entrance exam for my first community college. And then my second entrance exam was the one that I wanted. I felt good because I just passed the other one. I failed that one, unfortunately. It's a tough journey, like I mentioned. The first community college, they had an interview. So based on my experience, I used to be a reserve fireman, and I've done very few interviews, probably 2 live interviews with 2 different fire departments, but that's all I used to transfer to my paramedic interview. Anyways, after the interview, I received an email. Unfortunately, I didn't get in. So that's a total of 4 times for 2 different colleges. I told you guys this is not going to be easy. It's not for everybody, but like I mentioned earlier, if you really want it, you guys will get it, and you just have to get better and better every time. My third try for both colleges, as you can tell, it was painful, it was embarrassing, it was all the emotions you guys can think of. I'm sure we've all been there. And I accomplished my goal, and I got in the 3rd time to both colleges. It was a great feeling. The best thing about it is that I earned it and I never gave up. Now I'm finally in, and what I've told myself before is as long as I'm in, you give me an opportunity and I will accomplish that goal. Getting into that community college, they had 25 spots and they took 30 students. With my luck, I ended up being the number 26 student, the alternate. So being the alternate was not a guaranteed spot. Yeah, I've been through so much adversity off of what I told you guys. I wasn't even guaranteed a spot. Going through the paramedic class, I'm a different type of student. I need to study a lot. I need to study multiple hours. Things and tips that I can give you guys for paramedic school is you make sure that you have a good balanced schedule and you have a good support system around you. Without my girlfriend, her family was a great support system. I can honestly be super grateful, and that's one thing that I would recommend is have a great support system. From a day-to-day from paramedic school was I would go to class at 8, finish around 3:30, 3:45, 4 o'clock, depending if I want to stay after hours for extra skills. On the way home, I would drive to the nearest 7-Eleven, grab myself an energy drink. I know that's bad, but I needed to stay up and I needed multiple hours of studying. For me, it takes me a lot to process it, to cement it in my brain, to make sure that I solidify all that information so I feel confident for the next day, the next final exam, the next block exam, whatever it is. So my tips that I'll give you for paramedic school, first being a great support system. My second tip is going to be nutrition and health. Guys, this one is super important because when I went through paramedic school, I sacrificed everything on the line. So I can say that's one of my weaknesses is when I commit to something, I really give 110% to that. I was not eating clean. I was eating anything I wanted. I usually follow a good meal plan before paramedic school, and I was eating anything that was in my sight. I sacrificed the gym. I didn't go as much as I should have, probably a handful of times within those 16 weeks. I do not recommend you guys do that for paramedic school. You don't want to be sitting in that chair feeling bloated, feeling overweight, on top of all the stress you're going to be going through for 16 weeks. My third tip is positive mindset. This one probably overpowers the first two tips that I mentioned earlier. Having a positive mindset is the best thing you can have for paramedic school because from day one, you're hitting the ground at 100 miles per hour. You need to know how to control that stress and stay positive through every quiz, every exam, every skill scenario, because if you can't keep that positive mindset, things will go downhill fast. All right, guys, now the moment you guys been waiting for, but wait, this one deserves another drink. Now, the National Registry. As you know, the National is not unlimited tries. You get a total of 6 tries. To reiterate, guys, I took this 4 tries. The pressure, the pain, and this is why I'm here. Because I don't want any of you guys to go through that pain like I did. It took me a little over 2.5 months to finally knock out this exam. And I want to make this video today, right here, right now, to help you guys. All right, really quick, let's go over the 5 categories with the test. You got medical, trauma, cardiology, respiratory, and EMS operations. These categories, you have to pass each category with at least a 70, and that's a good thing because at least it's not like paramedic school where you need an 80%. So you got to make sure you study up on all these categories because every time you take it, you have to pass each section every time you take it. So if you take it the first time and you pass 3 out of 5 categories, the second time you have to pass again the 5 out of 5 categories. What I studied, you hear a lot of different information from your different other classmates. The information that I got was the test was super easy. And I said, perfect. I took it right away. I took it 2 weeks after I graduated my paramedic class. No studying whatsoever. I haven't picked up a book for probably 2.5 months because of internship. I took the exam. Sure enough, I failed. But I wasn't scared because everybody was saying it was easy. You can reschedule the exam in 15 days. I took it again in 16 days. And turns out I ended up failing again. Now I was pretty nervous about my third time. This time is I really studied hard because I didn't want to take it again. So what I used was, and you can see right here, I used Pass with Pass. I bought at the time it was $125, and it broke down each category in each video. I felt like it was super helpful. The way I learn and the way I can solidify all my information is watching video rather than reading a book. I'm more of a video person, so I feel like it helped out 10 out of 10. Shout out to Pass with Pass because that was some great information. I feel like watching those videos all over again kept me back up to speed, like if I finished paramedic school all over again. They give you a final, and that final is pretty solid. It gives you great information, and it helps you with your confidence. That's not the only thing I studied. Like I mentioned earlier, guys, I need to study multiple hours to make myself feel confident. The process is in the work for me, so whenever I put in the work, I feel better. I feel confident to take the exam. I also studied pocket prep, EMT prep. You can find that on your computer or laptop. Luckily, I had a classmate that gave me his login information, and he had the yearly subscription pass. The good thing about that app was it actually had a computer adaptive test very similar to the National Registry. Now, looking at my friend's account, he never took that exam. Me going into my third try, I knew I had to take that exam because I did not want to fail again. So going into my third try, the way I prepared for it was doing the Pass with Pass videos, and I was doing the Pocket Prep app. But every time I got a pocket prep question wrong, I would look at why I got it wrong with the results, and I would look it up with a book, either your paramedic book or the other book with the National Registry paramedic book that's on right here. I'm going in for my third try, and like I mentioned, I studied Pass with Pass and I studied the Pocket Prep app. But with the Pocket Prep app, I answered all the questions on the app. That's the way I work. I have to answer multiple questions, and when I got it wrong, I looked up why I got it wrong in my paramedic books, the ones that are here, and then I went into the exam feeling very confident, very good, ready to take the exam and be done with the National Registry. So unfortunately, I got the results the next day. I came up short once again. It was my third time. So now I have to take a refresher course. I never taken a refresher course. I thought I was ready, but I wasn't. So I had to pay for a refresher course and another attempt for the exam. After getting through the refresher course, I really had to turn it up a gear because this time I was really getting nervous. Like I mentioned earlier, the pain, the pressure, the embarrassment, the hopelessness, going back to my family and saying, I failed again for the third time. Guys, I was stressed out. But like I said, you have to keep those 3 tips in mind that I mentioned earlier, because at the end of the day, you never want to give up. And I told myself, I said, it's going to happen if I keep putting in the work. Every time I failed, what I told myself, my family, my loved ones, I told them, as long as I get better and better and better each attempt. And that was my mindset the whole time, guys. Don't forget that. Don't give up. Going into my fourth try, I watched all the Pass with Pass videos again, and I answered the EMT prep, and I did the computer adaptive test on the EMT prep. I told myself that passing the computer adaptive test on the EMT prep app, I had to pass that before I took the National Registry for the 4th time. I ended up passing that similar test on the app, and I felt very confident. But the last thing that is super important of what I did was whenever I got the questions wrong on whatever app that I was using or with the Pass with Pass questions, I grabbed this book right here, the National Registry Paramedic book, that is super helpful. And whenever I got those questions wrong, I looked it up on that book to make sure things connected, and I connected the dots, and I felt like that really helped me a lot for my 4th attempt on the National Paramedic exam. Now, finally going in for my 4th attempt on this national exam. Going in feeling great, feeling confident, feeling like I'm ready to succeed. With all my preparation and hard work and never giving up, I knew it just had to be a matter of time to pass this exam. So I take the exam, I take it around 11:45 in the morning. I get my results the next day, and I end up waking up at 6 a.m. that morning, and I couldn't hold back but to look at my emails. I passed the exam on my 4th attempt, guys. I was super happy, super grateful, and I knew all my hard work would pay off. It was a dream come true. Let me give you some advice. You're going to hear from a lot of different people saying that 2 weeks of studying is not enough time. Guys, I'm here to tell you 2 weeks is more than enough time. If we go back to a great support system, if you have 15 days to study, that is more than enough time. You guys all passed paramedic school. You guys probably all passed with great grades. It had to be an 80% to pass. 15 days is more than enough time if you want to take it after those 15 days. Don't be scared. Like I said, have a great positive mindset. You guys put in the work. You guys studied. You guys grinded. If it takes 16 days to take that test again, you can do it. Just make sure you got enough time to study, a great support system, and a positive mindset. I'm here for you guys. This is the reason why I did this video. You don't see no videos like this explaining the whole journey and the rigorous program and the rigorous National Paramedic exam, that beast that you have to take down. The reason why I made this video is because I want to help you guys. I'm not a teacher. I just been through it. I've took it 4 times. I just want to help you guys the way I know how to help. So if you guys want access to me, I'll put my email down below. If you guys want 2 whole weeks of access to me, emails, phone call, text, we can set up those dates. You'll have full access to me. I'm going to drop my email down below. I'm doing it for $40. I know we're all broke paramedic students. $40 only. But if you guys are subscribed, I'll take $10 off. 30 bucks, 2 weeks. You have me for that emotional support, the logical support, for any question you guys need. I'm here. I don't want you guys going through that pain that I did for 2.5 months. Why wait 2.5 months when you can pass it the first try? I'll give you all the knowledge I can get. I hope you guys conquer your guys' goals. Number one thing is never give up and keep that positive mindset. Of all the books and materials that I talked about earlier, all of them are going to be in the links down below. Leave your comments. Ask me any questions you guys need. I'm here for you guys. I don't want you guys going through that pain. Remember, subscribe. When you subscribe, you're going to get more access to me. I'm here to help you guys. Let's get through the Paramedic National together. And like I said, never give up, guys. Pain is temporary. You guys have a good one. And another thing, if any of you guys are EMTs watching this, I can drop a video if you guys want. Leave me the comments so I can know if it's worth putting out there for you guys. I can tell you guys about my journey for my EMT course. I actually took the National 3 times, so it was another tough journey. I could drop that video next if you guys like. Make sure you guys have a good one.